Richard. What's going on?
Hi, Kim. Here at 71st and Crenshaw, Hyde Park neighborhood. Toppled air raid siren. This is a toppled air raid siren number 184. We're here. It fell in the parking lot of the 1946 Crenshaw Dog and Cat Hospital. Dr. Niemeyer commissioned Anton Johnson to build this beautiful, streamlined, modern dog and cat hospital in 1946. It's really beautiful. I'm happy to say that while it's really sad that this toppled air raid siren damaged the gate, the dog and cat hospital structure is still intact, and we'll get to what happens here in a minute. So this is air raid siren number 184. It's a federal Model 5. Well, we have to go around to see that. Air raid sirens were decommissioned in the mid-1980s by the County of Los Angeles. This is a designated historic cultural resource in Survey LA. It's been an open question for about 6-7 years. Who's in charge of designated historic resources that's public infrastructure in the city of Los Angeles? And I think they're about to answer that question right now. So let's go around and let's get some more details on this air raid siren, and then we'll talk about the great work which happens down here in this building now. So.
Now, Richard, as you carefully go through here, and I'm glad you are up to date on your tetanus shots, I think that this is a pretty extraordinary failure. Do you think this has anything to do with the dog and cat hospital having been here since 1946, and every dog and cat in this neighborhood, well, dog at least, having taken advantage of this beautiful long tall pole as a peeing spot?
Dennis Hanley thinks so. Dennis runs the Wire Chief air raid siren site, and that's what Dennis thinks. I'm agnostic.
This is horrible.
Let's go look at this.
Okay.
So, hey Kelvin, we'll get to you. Hold that thought. We're here with Kelvin's my friend.
Hi, Kelvin.
So let's just quickly wrap this up. So
everybody wants to see this
is,
toppled jewel.
This is air raid siren number 184. It's a federal model. You can, I guess, why don't you get around there?
We call it a bird cage, this style, and this number that you're giving us is part of the city's cultural resource list.
It is. So this weighs about 400 pounds, and let's hold that thought. Kelvin, you want to come over here? Okay, so Kelvin, we are down here, 71st and Crenshaw. This is the former dog and cat hospital, but what is here now? You are a volunteer with the organization which has recently taken over this space, and tell us about the great work.
Hello, I'm Kelvin Garvan. I'm a volunteer here at Project 43, Team Post Centers. Initially, this was established as a 501c3 in August of 2019. The vision that Ann Cooper had was to make this a community center for youth, because there are no community centers here. Because of what occurred with the COVID-19 crisis that gripped the city and the world, she had to move into much more of a wider vision. So where we're looking to go is making this a resilience hub. We have food distributions on a daily basis. We have a food pantry where she has people come in 2 times a month. There's a program for women called Baby to Baby. This area where the actual air raid siren fell is a place where we held a Black History Month event. Last week there was actually a Easter egg hunt. This is a place that is for the community, celebrating the history and the culture of the very diverse community around here, but also it's a place to help people overcome the adversities that they experience, to provide services and to provide resources. I became aware of this because there's a neighborhood market nearby that is part of a city program, Neighborhood Markets, and when I saw what Miss Ann was doing on her own, I wanted to find out more about it. So I'm volunteering and I'm helping navigate issues like this, where a 400-pound air raid siren falls into their facility and a way has to be found to get it removed.
I love it.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Perfect. So don't go away. So Kim, let's just wrap this up. So we have good news. I'm not going to say happy ending yet, but we have positive updates. Just got off the phone with Bureau of Street Services. There's a crane truck on its way down to pick this up. Okay? That's only part of the problem.
Bureau of Street Lighting.
Bureau of Street Lighting.
The only people who are used to picking up giant poles like this one.
We are waiting for Jasmine at Council District 8 to come down and start the work of how the city's going to fix this huge problem. But Jasmine's on her way, and the Bureau of Street Lighting is sending the crane truck down to pick this up. Lambert Giesinger, preservation architect for the city of Los Angeles, it is listed in Survey LA, has been brought up to speed, and once we get this out of the way and it gets back to their yard in East LA, we can start to figure out how to bring this back into the community somewhere.
Safely.
And
safely.
Yes, of course.
Now, and of course, I'm just going to leave it with this. I interrupted you, and I didn't mean to, but there's so much happening. And the most important thing is that this, although air raid sirens are defunct, decommissioned, they haven't been heard since the 1980s, this one has been adaptively reused. As you can see, many generations of little birdies have been living inside this decommissioned air raid siren, very happy that the horrible noises were not heard once a month. I'm sure they only moved in once they stopped sounding this off once a month. And in fact, this is also a bird graveyard. So there's a lot of history here, a lot of beauty, and a real need to get this the heck out of the back of this wonderful nonprofit so you guys can get back to work. So hopefully that'll be done today.
Perfect. And Kelvin, if people want to know more, can they just call or email and say, hey, I just, where's Kelvin?
And Cooper has a website, project43la.org.
Great.
And Kelvin Garvan, I'm available on all kinds of social media, so you can find me, K Garvan, on Instagram, Kelvin Garvan.
And you called us, and we appreciate it, because we like to tell these stories and also help get the problem solved in LA.
Thank you.
Thank you
for coming.
Thumbs up. Yay, Jimmy Massoud.
So, this is, what department are you guys from? What department are you guys from?
Bureau of Street Lighting.
Bureau of Street Lighting. So they're picking up the
Bravo. Bravo, bravo, bravo.
Wow.
You want a jackhammer? Is that a jackhammer here?
Oh, we got one. We got that.
Oh, okay.
Should be able to get it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let me deal with this for a minute because I gotta get all these pictures. That was all that was holding that thing up. I'm really gonna fix this shit. Well, that ain't nothing. This ain't 4 bolts holding up. 4 bolts.
It's steel.
I don't care. The steel, that's all that corrosion. It still wasn't maintained. They talking about it ain't no story. Y'all can tell the story where they are, but you can't tell the story themselves. And almost killed for grandbaby if she had been back here. Or my client.